Welcome to Date with Danu right here on Hi TV, your luxury channel. Today, I'm super happy to do this show because I have two personalities who I have seen on screen from the time I was 6. I've enjoyed their programs. I have been corrected by one of them a lot in terms of what I say, and their second language is French. I'm happy to have Kumar De Silva and Yasmin.
Hi, I'm Kumar.
Hi, I'm Yasmin
We're here to go on a date.
with Danu.
No, with Danu.
I don't know much, but I've seen him. What do you think about him?
He's such a wonderful human being. He speaks so well of
All
everybody. He has such a generous heart, such a kind, well-mannered person. He wouldn't even say boo to a goose. Continue.
Well, I agree with you if you say so. I don't know
You believe
him.
me?
Okay.
So here we go. We have Kumar and Yasmin. Kumar, hide your phone, Kumar. Oh, hide it a little bit. Okay.
It's
Welcome.
on silent mode.
Right, fine. Welcome to the show.
Happy to be here.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, bonjour.
C'est un grand plaisir pour nous d'être avec toi.
Sûrement, oui, on est ravis d'être ici et de parler avec toi. Sur ce qu'on a fait quand tu étais jeune, un petit enfant, Jaffna. On est très très heureux, Yasmin et moi, franchement.
Oui.
Que
Quel
penses-tu?
plaisir.
Que penses-tu? Ça va?
Yes.
Ça va bien?
Yes, correct. So, just showing off. Anyway, so
You
now...
said it's our second language,
Yes,
so come on, we're going to prove it to you.
Just can you stick to the third language?
Okay.
Yes. All right. So, Yasmin and Kumar, you all have been doing this show called Bonsoir for such a long time, and it was brought back to life, which is a great thing. Tell me about, okay, I'm going to ask you first. What was your first impression when you met him?
My God, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Was it so
My
forgetful?
First impression was
36 years ago. October 1985.
Oh, no.
I didn't have any impression.
Why he
about him.
remembers the day you met him. That's
yeah,
very sweet.
but we were in the French class together
Exactly.
before.
I was 4 days old when you met
So,
her. 4 days old.
oh
Okay.
dear.
I was on the 13th of October, so 19th, 6 days.
Yeah, so we were in the French class together first. So actually he presented first and then I came on.
Right. Did he recommend you or no?
How did it
No,
happen?
so they were looking, I was to go to Paris on training, and there had to be a co-host and a replacement, someone who could speak French. So
Right.
there was Mrs. Rajapakse at that time as well, spoke French, so obvious choice was her. So I went, she came in, no training, nothing. We
That
were
is to replace you while you were at
Yes, I was
training.
out for 6 months in 86 or whatever.
Oh.
And came back and we've been a house on fire.
Okay.
Yeah, but that first time was really terrible. We had absolutely no experience.
Experience.
Never faced a camera. And
training.
it was
Nothing.
and it was at the ITN studios, huge studios. And the worst was the makeup artist who came and just
Powdered
put
you
like
till
a
you-
mask, and
Yes.
I said, excuse me, I went to the toilet and washed it off. And then little by little, then Anthea Pires kind of trained us a little bit
She was
about
doing a thing called News
presentation
and
and all
Views.
that.
Right.
And then after that, we just took over on our own. We
But
just,
then it's just
on
it's
the run.
talent, right? It's also that something that you can learn as you go. But was it always live to tape? You never stopped?
No, we stopped.
Okay.
We stopped at
we
times.
used to take about 10 takes, I think.
We used to laugh, we used to fight, we used to quarrel.
Yes.
And then she gets these fits of laughter and you can't stop her. She goes,
Oh, she's
worse
like
than
me.
you, worse than you.
Oh,
You
me,
are
I'm
nothing compared to her. She goes, and then a bit. It takes about half an hour, stop, okay. I pinch her hard and then she gets back into normal mode and then we show. So it was traumatic.
I don't think we ever had a single flow. I mean, we had to re-record.
And also these were like, you all were talking about history, places to visit, so you all had to have facts and like research.
Yeah.
Now this is where Kumar sort of really threw you under the bus. Now he was having this long conversation with me, and he said how he used to stay up and really research.
Type those scripts for
and
her.
type on the typewriter, plan everything, and drop the script off to you.
Yes.
And yet you will not check the script when you have come.
Yeah, she never opens the script. So again, all my hard work
Was just-
sleepless nights in vain.
Yeah.
So
So this is what he
Or
thought.
in other words, I just had so much confidence in
Yeah,
him.
oh my God,
that's true. But this is what he told me.
it's true.
He said that
true,
he's the
it's
one who did all the work, and now he said now he has asked you to do it.
Yeah, and now I'm doing everything. What the
And I
little
still get
bit-
scolded by her.
And the little bit that he has
And I
to
still get
do,
scolded.
like the media release and all, even that he doesn't do.
And I still get
And then I tell him, okay, if I don't get
could-
it by tomorrow, I'm sending what I'm writing. That's it. Don't complain after that.
But he complains about the ones that you've written as well after that.
no.
No, he hasn't.
Does he complain about the press releases that you've written?
No. I mean, even if he complains,
She's
I
learned.
will.
It's been 35 years, so she's learned a lot. Actually.
Even if he complains
You
anyway,
just
I'm
don't
not
pay
going to
attention,
just
I can't be
forget about what he has to
Fine.
say.
I think Yasmin and I are going to really hit it off.
I can see
Yes,
that happening.
we are getting
I'm
to-
getting completely isolated here.
We're going to get into Hot Seat, a game that I really like, where we ask some terrible questions, and we have a fabulous guest. So Yasmin, can I start with you, or should I start with Kumar?
Me.
Oh, such a... Thank you. If you had a party, whose name would be the last on the list of invitees?
Definitely not him,
Ah,
but someone who would
just tell me a name.
name.
And make enemies. Go ahead.
Oh my God. I never thought of it. I mean, I never thought of ever
Not inviting
not
someone.
inviting anyone. So I don't think I can answer that question.
She's a very, very open, expansive person.
Right.
She is.
According to you, who speaks better French, you or Kumar?
Me.
You are stuck in an elevator with Kumar and Yashoda. What's the first thing you would do?
I will get out and leave Yashoda and Kumar in the.
You can't, you're stuck.
I am stuck in the lift. Okay. Oh dear.
Be gooseberry.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think I will just start a conversation where all three will have to.
Honey, you're so nice.
Yeah.
You can sacrifice Kumar and get out of the lift.
But you said we are stuck?
You're stuck, but if it's... No, it's okay. Have you ever considered dating Kumar after you started doing the show?
I haven't, but maybe in the future, maybe, I don't know. Why not?
Best man or page boy? What do you want to be?
I'll be the page boy. When was the last time you cried and why?
When was the last time I cried? Oh my God, that's another question. I don't know how to answer. When did I cry? I don't know. I don't think I cried.
You're a happy child.
Does
Yeah.
it right?
Good.
Happy person.
Kumar, Arun Dias, Faisal Bonzo, Fahad Farooq, Savitri Rodrigo. Rank them according to your preference on stage.
You want me to make enemies, right?
No. I'm just now if
Well,
somebody's
You have the right to question, I've got the right to answer. With due respect to all of them,
Right.
my number one would be Arun Das Bandaranaike.
and after that,
Next. I know these people very well. How can I do that?
who would you put second then?
No, they're all good. In their respective ways, in their respective spheres, they're good.
If you were to co-host a show, who would you pick and who would you not pick from the following? Gehan Block, Dominic Keller, Anuruddha Fernando.
I like all of them. So depending on the show
No,
and the
you have
requirement,
to
no. I know these people well, and you're going to
Just tell me, okay, who would you pick? Okay, who would you have the most amount of fun with on
Who are they?
Gehan
Gehan,
Block, Dominic
Anu?
Keller, and Anu?
I think I would be safer with Anuruddha
Right.
for selfish reasons.
3 things no one knows about you.
Shall I say?
Yeah. Please tell
I
me.
was expecting
Tell me.
God.
Tell.
No, you go on.
Annie, tell me. You tell me
I'll
one.
tell you.
You tell me one.
Huh?
You tell me one.
I shout in my sleep. I don't know why.
Oh.
I have. it
Your
happens
neighbors
with-
must be thinking you're having a great
My daughter
time.
freaks out, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That is one, poor Nangi. I shout in my sleep for no reason, I don't know why. And sometimes I wake up to my own noise. It's so loud, you know. Other one is I've been trying to not chew my fingernails.
You still chew them.
I still chew them. It's been like 60 years now, you know,
Yeah.
I'm chewing and I can't get rid of that. The other one is I'm still trying to like you, but it's a difficult thing to do. Having said that, I'm a great fan of Jaffna Boy. I just love Jaffna Boy, and you know that.
I also got thrown under the bus. Tell me one thing about him that.
You know, when we were doing Bonsoir,
Oh, no.
he was known as bugger. We used to call him bugger, you know. You remember
I know.
with
Why?
Chintan? Because he thought he knew everything.
Ah,
and
yeah, still the same.
Still
No,
the
no,
same.
no,
I mean,
no.
he thinks, yeah. Even some people
Because you
say,
already know
"Oh."
as much as I knew as a teacher.
Yeah.
That's
and,
Thinks he's the
and get the
star.
show going.
Yeah.
And
No
we,
end
used
of
to, we
himself.
used to refer to him as Anna bugger, you know. Oh, bugger.
Nothing has changed there. Okay.
Gosh, Danu.
Who is most likely to get arrested for the following? You can tell me a name.
Ah,
Selling drugs.
my God. I know a few.
Just tell me one person. This is just a hypothetical question.
Yeah, but there's CID all around, like, you know, it's
No,
like,
no, no. You are just. It's. You can suspect me of getting caught. Who do you think will get there? Out of the
I
people
would pick you.
selling drugs. Risque pole dancing.
Oh dear. What if it were you again? Just imagine.
Pole dancing?
Pole dancing, yeah, I mean,
I don't think that-
spectacular.
French kissing in public.
French kissing is always done in public. They don't hide anyway.
It's everyone. It's,
In this country, that
Ah,
also
in
they
this
look-
country.
Yeah, not in France, man.
go to the Naval Valley Park, they do it all the
when
time.
you said
where I
French
walk.
kissing,
Yeah.
I thought in France.
Bihar Mahadevi Park, they do it a lot of
Yeah.
French kissing. So it's actually, it's very.
Golf face green under the
Yeah.
umbrellas, you know.
Things that you all know. One gossip that you have heard about me that you think it's true.
About you. Not the one I called and told you the other day.
That is not true.
It's not true. I think I'm too fond of you to even answer that question. So I'll pass it. I'm being kind and I really mean it. I'm genuinely.
Recently, the gossip that he has heard is that I was having an affair with a man who just recently got married. That's
yeah. It was horrendous story.
Yeah.
It's nobody's business.
And I
not
don't.
true either, yeah.
No, I would have liked it if so, but it's not the truth. I'm not saying no to it, but yeah. What is the most complicated English word you know?
Sesquicentennial.
What?
Sesquicentennial. Sesquicentennial is 150 years. My school, Wesley College, we become 150 in 2024. So as a part of the team, I need to learn sesquicentennial. So I broke it up, sesquicentennial, and we put all those sounds together. You say sesquicentennial.
That's really hard. I'm so happy that I'll be dead by the time St. Peter's get to 150. We are just getting to 100 now. So I'm like, I'll
Oh,
be gone.
so 50 years more.
I'll be gone.
Centenary
long gone
is
by
easy.
then.
Say
Yeah. Centenary. But I must say, Yasmin, I'm going to give this gift to you.
Lovely.
There's a reason why, because he was being too diplomatic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So well done.
Thank you very much.
That's for you. That's from Crystal Luxury Wellness. And let's get into a break. We'll see you on the other side. Do stick around. Let's take it. Welcome back to the show. It's A Date with Danu. I'm speaking to Kumar and Yasmin about their days when they did the show Bonsoir, and it was brought back to life. So I want to speak about this. Y'all were on air for how long?
Half an hour every week.
For how many years?
20 odd years.
I did more than
Yeah, I
that.
quit.
Here. After he quit, I continued for 4 years more.
Oh, really? Alone? Or you had a new co-host?
No, alone. A presentation was alone, yeah.
Okay. So why did you quit?
It was time to move on. See, you need to quit when you're at the peak of whatever you do. Otherwise, people wait till you retire. Anything you do. It was tough. Even fan club, the same thing. When I turned 40, I thought, okay, fine. I'm here because you still remember that.
Yeah.
If I was still doing bonsoir, going down, we all have ups and downs. I wouldn't be here actually. So it was tough. But I thought, no, fine, let me quit there.
Was it hard when he left?
She cried.
No,
My
no. I
God,
think it was
Danu,
much
she
easier.
was.
It was so much easier.
I liked her honesty.
Actually,
You wait, media leaders. You wait.
And so at that time there was nobody to like say
Boss.
that, hey boss.
yeah.
But
So
we
it
were all
was
the boss. We were all the boss.
Yeah.
It was just easy to
No,
record.
no more bugger.
So now this friendship that you all have had, now it's how many years?
It is since October 1985,
Actually,
as long
we
as you're
have
alive. Right?
grown up together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or grown wiser together.
And have you all fought?
Oh, yes.
We stopped talking for also.
How? That's what I wanted to
Okay.
ask you all. So when you all stop talking, how do you all do the show?
Wait. So
No,
we-
that was after the show.
No. Wait. So doing bonsoir, we had a script. So now we sit here. Now we don't talk. We completely ignore. Wake up and come. Sit down, lights, camera on, fine. And we talk, bonsoir, the script, the whole thing. Au revoir, goodbye, out. So we switch on. What a mata We switch on. this
Just to be friends for
beautiful
that
thing,
time.
And then switch off. But then we had a long spell of being completely angry.
Why?
Ignored each other, don't ask. Ignored each other.
I want to
It
know
was
that.
about-
That's the
I
best
can't
part.
remember why.
So
What, 10
when
years?
When was that? He has been soon after.
Recently.
Recently,
Yeah.
and then you know why I got
Oh, heart
back to
warmed
being
to it.
friendly, because at some function
George Cook's,
I saw him
some function, I
with
was on a crutch.
hopping around
yes, I
on a
remember
crutch,
this. Yes.
right? And honey, I thought, Pavane, this
Could
what
die
has
tomorrow.
happened to ya. Then I went and spoke to
And
him,
then-
and then after that it just
we call
sparked. I
6,
mean,
7,
it
8
was a-
times a day. We call at
Yeah,
midnight
like
at 1
we
o'clock in the
tried to
morning.
catch up for
The
what
lost
she-
time.
yeah,
So for 10 years
like,
you all did.
10 years or so, yeah.
like two lovers who had,
About,
you
yes,
know.
about 10 years or
That's
so.
amazing.
Yeah,
All what it took was
amazing is not the
friendly.
word.
Yeah, no, this hand crutch of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how this new thing
I don't know.
all
I
the
think
became.
he brought it. I don't think he really
no, I have this
needed
bad
it.
ankle.
even.
I have this issue, so
Yeah.
I
But I remember this book launch.
Be
I
my
might have been
age.
asleep, but I remember the
Not
launch.
that book launch, but it's the earlier one.
Yes, I remember that.
You slept there as well?
The BMICH one.
Poor George. Such a
I
nice
told
boy.
George something so funny. George Cook, by the way, he does a show on Hi called Sri Lankan Understanding. I told him, I said, he writes some of the most intellectual books out
Yes,
there.
very interesting,
But I
very
tell you,
profound,
They
you
are
know.
great bedtime stories for me.
No, but those are for a certain level of person, a certain intellect. So that's what George writes for. He doesn't write for everybody. No, it's.
I'm intellect.
Good thing I
Thanks,
didn't
yes.
invite him. Good thing I didn't invite him for my book launch.
So she wrote a
Imagine.
book on the Delano story,
Yeah.
part of each other, two brothers.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
11 generations of the Delano.
But you wouldn't have fallen asleep at
For
all,
that, of
because
course.
there was the
I also think
Lanroll
you are
brothers
fun.
singing.
And you also
yeah.
fun, yeah.
George is not fun. Okay, poor George.
So anyway, so now these 10 years, people would have definitely asked each other, have you seen Kumar?
Was it 10 years?
It's a long time. It was a long time.
10 years?
About 8 years, I think. Yeah, it was a long time. Yeah.
So who did what?
I don't know.
What did you all do to
years?
each other?
Yes,
to get-
Yasmin, yes. It was about 8 years, if I'm counting back. Yeah. About 8 years, we completely ignored each other.
Yeah, but then we were also busy in our
Yeah, but we used to
own
meet
ways,
and yeah, we were
like
busy. We
10
saw each other, but we saw.
Yeah, then
Now there's even
I was-
possibilities of getting married.
yeah,
No, it's more like concubinage, cohabitation.
à la française.
À la française.
Now,
So the best thing was that, so once I walked into Barista Tumullahandia with a friend. They had a sofa like this for two, and one chair and one chair. So Yasmin was seated here talking to a friend of ours and having coffee. All full.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
I sat down there and spoke to my friend, and we completely ignored each other. On the same
And people
sofa.
would have known, the two of you all know each other.
Yes, so we did. So 1 hour there, we're like this. So I'm talking, she's talking.
Wow. Strong personalities.
Yeah.
Let's get into yes or no, a chance for you to walk away with a gift. Once again, on Date with
She's
Danu.
going to win that.
Yeah.
Welcome back. So here are some questions. Now we always tend to take these questions so lightly, but these are the questions that really brings out a person's real thinking pattern. Okay. If you could know what others are really thinking about you, would you like to know that? No. Yes. Show the camera now. Okay. Have you ever had people from the same sex hit on you? Really, Yasmin?
Ah, yes. But we can't talk about it. Bonsoir one day, I'll tell you when this is over.
No, but tell me, was there somebody who was
She's a very
hitting on
famous
her?
person, extremely famous.
And she was hitting on her?
Yeah.
And she didn't
Once
get it?
we went for
Yeah, I
bonsoir.
know this. I didn't know it
Not the name.
even. I didn't even notice, or I didn't even. But he
This
explained to
person,
me
a very
later.
famous person. So Yasmin was, she wore these very teeny weeny skirts.
Okay.
And her bronze legs. And
Bronze legs.
Yeah, bronze
By the way, he
thighs.
noticed your legs.
Yeah, but I saw it for 35 years, like all the time, And this lady was like,
Pity I'm covering
so
them.
how
Yeah.
are you? And so this
Oh.
and that. Wow. This one was completely unaware.
And was touching.
Yeah, I'll tell you who
And
it
you
was.
were oblivious to
No,
it.
she was oblivious, totally.
Oh, you're innocent, Yasmin.
She is actually.
That's why.
Yeah.
Because I did
course.
write, I did say LOL on our WhatsApp group for the show. She was like, "What is LOL?"
It's a hotel. No, it's not a hotel. It's an LOL.
Is LOL
no,
a hotel?
I thought that's where we are
location.
doing this. The location.
She's
I said,
actually-
where
she's
is
very,
that?
Very, very.
Yeah. Third question. If you could time travel, would you travel back in time and unmeet each other? Ah, that's really sweet. Do you have a shameful, guilty pleasure?
I don't have to think about it. I know it. No, she's thinking about it.
What is it, Kumar?
So, excuse me. When I close my doors, I'm at home. It's my private space. I love to lick my fingers when I eat rice and curry.
After you close the door?
No. When I'm at home, it's my private space. No one
Right,
can say
because I
me.
thought after you close the door, you like to.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought that's quite
I was like,
weird.
yeah, I thought you were attracted to your door.
No, it's my fingers. After a good rice and curry or a biryani,
okay.
but outside, no.
Right. Do you like to be recognized when you walk into a room?
Then, yes, now,
Now too late.
no.
Yes. Have you ever flirted your way out of a troubling situation?
Flirted away meaning to get out of the
Yeah.
Contradiction,
situation.
Like a sticky situation, like a cop stopping you? No.
No.
No. You all seem to have lived a very normal life. Do you feel unhappy living the life you have right now? No. Okay. Have you ever been through a lazy and unmotivated phase in your life?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. Do you think that white lies are justifiable?
No.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Okay. Have you ever sent out a risque picture of you to someone? No.
What exactly?
Risque, Ane, sweet Ane.
Told you, innocent.
Let's put it a nude.
Whether I have sent a picture like that?
Yeah.
No. No.
No.
That
All
was a mistake.
Have you, Danu?
Actually, no, nobody has asked me.
Ayo. We will ask him, Yasmin.
Ane, I'll send. I have a phone that can take nice pictures, but what I take might not be nice.
That's for us to decide.
Big thank you to our friends from Israel Holdings, Chariot, for giving this gift. I'm going to give it the two of you because you guys are sweet and you're going to walk away with lots and lots of chocolates.
Wow.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Lovely.
We're going to see you after this break. Do stick around. Okay, so television has clearly changed over the years. But back in the days, you all had to create a story about the fact that you all are in France and relating stories from France. And Kumar was telling me some fun stories that you all wore warm jackets and
Winter clothes, gloves, all that.
the whole works.
The whole
and
works.
shot hot blazing sun.
2 o'clock in the afternoon at the golf links
At
in
the golf
Borella, our Christmas program.
And was there like snow? No.
No, because at that in Strasbourg in France, there's no snow. And
It's
there's
just a chilly weather.
very cold, you know.
Right.
And the golf links look like Strasbourg. If you change the aperture on your camera, it looks beautiful, you know. So we were sweating and like trembling in the cold, and it was the hot sun, and it's how you cut the program.
Right.
And primitive technology, Yasmin, completely primitive. You got a fabulous crew here.
absolutely.
We had
The
nothing.
editing was so basic. I
Basic.
mean, we had to act it.
Correct. To bring out those
physically
emotions.
And in our appearance and everything,
Yeah.
we had to create that, you know. The
And-
camera didn't do anything,
They
or the
just- No
editing,
effects at
nothing,
all.
no effects at all.
We had a show on Henri Cartier-Bresson and Robert Duano, the famous French photographers.
I lost you for a few seconds there, but
okay,
it's fine.
2 Frenchmen who are famous photographers, and we had to now pose still images. We posed, held the breath, and waited for like 15 seconds. That was freeze. You can freeze this image.
Yeah.
So there was nothing,
Yeah.
no effects
We
at
had
all.
to stay like that.
So our still shots was
Just staying like that. So, did you have this acting skill in you? I can think of him having it.
it
Yeah,
came,
of course.
It came, yeah, it just came, you know,
I,
stuff that
I had, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
it was fun.
And what are the
School
what's the
in school
worst
days.
recording day that you all remember?
The train, you tell.
The train, when we got the narrow gauge train
on
that
the
was
Calais line.
halted, right, forever. And we got permission with the authorities to get it back on track.
Right.
So we were on it, and with one of those old
Reggie Solomon's and old
engine drivers of that
year.
times, and we started and we went on
from
it.
Colombo
and-
Fort.
And we came to
Demattergoda level
Demattergoda and it got stuck. The train got
got
stuck.
stuck.
Sand,
And there was
hot,
no
hot
way
sand.
that we could get it moving.
1:30 in the afternoon, schools had closed, Demattergoda traffic was killer.
Yeah.
And there we are made up and all that, doing bonsoir. My God, it would move. They got a forklift or that
Yeah,
was
that
things
was
to push the
around,
engine.
fortunately. And the forklift came and pushed the train.
And then you all continued recording.
Yeah.
Again got stuck at Kirlapana Purvarama Road, stuck again there,
Yeah.
level crossing, schools closed. It was traumatic, my God, exhausting.
And back in the days, when you guys step out, people recognized you immediately.
Yeah.
Even now.
Because you were not around.
Because television was so, it was limited to a few people and they were big names.
yeah, yeah.
And how was it at that time?
It was nice.
It was nice. It was in a very positive way. But even now it's amazing. What I can't believe is, I mean, when very few occasions when I was traveling out at the customs,
Exact customs.
they checked
Yes.
aren't you the one who
Why
presented Bonsoir?
Always at the customs.
It's amazing.
Funnily.
Oh, that's amazing. But did you have fans? Did you maintain a single image on TV, although you were married at that time?
We did so much of crazy
yeah.
things that we were like,
But
It
did a lot of
was-
people think that you all were
yes,
a couple?
we thought that we were married.
Together.
Yeah.
Something that really is interesting is the fact that a lot of the episodes where people thought that you all were in France,
We were here.
you were here, boiling in the hot blazing sun. Did you all shoot episodes in France?
You did.
I did, yeah.
I didn't. You did.
I did.
In the Louvre, she did.
Yeah.
Some
Okay.
programs. In Montmartre,
I
she
did, yeah.
And how often did you all travel to France during the show?
Well, how
We were sent on training, but not
Training.
for the show. The show
Yeah.
was done here.
Okay. But the show was done by the French embassy,
Embassy, yes.
and it was airing on ITN,
Yeah.
not the ITN was
started on ITN, moved to Rupavahini.
Oh, okay.
But ITN for about, I think, 20 years or so. It was a long time.
Yeah.
This was the French foreign ministry's audiovisual experiment way back, which actually worked.
Right.
And the first ever Bonsoir presenter host was Aruni Devaraja, who's now our current foreign secretary.
Wow, okay.
So Aruni ran for 6 months, and then I came and she came. So it's been
Brilliant. What's the craziest place you all have shot in apart from the train? Like in terms of Sri Lanka?
We once shot at the Le Galadari Meridien, way back in the day. We had French cuisine. So there was Emile Castillo, the chef, who used to make this fabulous French food. And we had to talk and eat and talk about French cuisine. So once he made some fabulous thing, I think it was a veal vol au vent, piping hot.
What is veal vol au vent?
Say what a vol au vent is?
Vol au vent is the choux
The shell
pastry
that-
Right.
and filled with the veal.
So
Right,
we were
thank you.
talking, so they came out of the oven, piping hot. So she's got to bite a piece and say blah 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 blah. So she bit a piece. It was hot. She burnt her
Yeah,
tongue
yeah.
and spat the whole thing out. You can't remember. So this was, I mean, we had
No, I remember
hilarious.
that.
And
Yeah, yeah.
retake and retake.
Retake.
And burnt tongue. She couldn't talk for about half
And then
an hour.
after that again, she has to hold on to
Yes,
this new
so we
one and
blew
made
it and made it, you know. But the best.
sorry, tell me.
One story. The pranks. We used to prank each other. It was scary at times. So we had this.
I think these come from you, Kumar. You have
I
a-
think
This one also. So she used to always hide behind doors and jump at us and do their under chairs, pull the leg, and you freak out. I thought, wait, I'll catch her one day. So there was this huge box we had for the bonsoir quiz. A huge box, and you could get into it. So we told her, Yasmin, get into this box. Somebody's coming. This pianist is coming. Get in. We closed the box, and who comes? The French ambassador. So we made him stand near the box and do tick tick, and she jumps out and the French ambassador.
But at that time, even the ambassadors
was-
were,
They were fun,
ready
yeah.
for fun. I mean,
Yeah.
now the security and all
Yeah,
that, you
true.
can't even think of. I mean,
And this
good
was
old
just
days
good-
anyway.
good times.
Pranks and pranks.
Brilliant. Okay, I need to speak about something kinky. I just have one question to ask you. Both of you, your favorite position?
Position?
I think there's got to be variety, actually. You need to get cramps, spine problems,
I don't have problems with cramps. I can.
twisted ankles. I'm being very honest.
I have
Mr.
no
Ankle.
problem with cramps. I can
She
go for it.
plays squash and tennis every single day for like hours on end. So I think, give it to her.
I think Yasmin.
I'm-
I never expected that answer.
Yeah, I can laugh,
you
but it's
said
a
it.
fact.
It's a fact.
A flexible little thing, I'm
Yeah.
telling you. Well, you walk away with this
I
fabulous
loved it.
gift box from
Open it and show it
Midnight
to us.
Divas. Everything is just going to be amazing from
Open
today.
it and show it
Thank
to
you.
us.
Yeah.
Should I?
Yeah, you can.
I'm scared.
No.
No, you're just going to have a glow. We'll see you after the break.
Oh, wow. I think I should give that to Kumar.
What is it?
It's time we get into Dish the Dirt. So, my first time meeting Yasmin was at an event. And you liked me on the first go?
Yes, very much.
Kumar?
She came and said, I met that guy who does exactly what you did. I said, which one now? Danu.
I just do it better.
The face got sour.
Anyway, so Kumar and I have had like good and bad days. So once we had a fight on air as well, on radio.
Yes.
Every day he used to correct, because I used to kill the queen occasionally, like just murder her, right? True. And one day we had to do this endorsement about
I forget.
French embassies. I'm going to say it now. I'm going to get hammered again.
Le
Pavillon
printemps français.
Français.
Le printemps français.
Yes. How do you say it?
Le printemps français.
No, the other one.
Alliance Française.
Alliance Française.
Alliance français.
So we had to say this on air. Obviously, we are not people who can just say it we just call it the long bread.
And
Makes
the
it easy, no?
The baguette.
Huh?
The baguette.
Yes,
Oh.
baguette. We just call it the long bread. It all makes sense. So because you may go and say baguette, but nobody there is going to understand. In Sri Lanka, you have to say diga pangekadin.
No, it's not true. Even a bakery anywhere now they make the wrong bread, and you ask for a baguette, they know it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Learn, even now learn.
Right, baguette. But I must tell you something, a true story. This is actually something that happened when we were working in a radio station. I had a promotion girl. She was assisting the promotions manager, and we used to give this baguette in this hamper that we used to give out to our listeners. He made her go and buy it, saying it's a dildo, and she did go to Delhi, France, and say, dildo gadden.
And what did they say?
We all just laughed at the back. They are like, mokadda? Dildo ekak? For real, and it's a true story. But anyway, coming back, so now this one used to like correct us and all this stuff, and I had a co-host called Jovi. One day he told something that Jovi pronounced a word, and he writes really fast. He can text within a second. By the time we put
I'm
our
not slow like you, Danu. I move very fast actually, despite the arthritis.
You are the
and
one who
broken
gets the
temper.
cramps,
Yeah,
not
but
Yasmin,
despite
not
all
me.
that, despite all that.
So then, now Jovi is typing, saying, Kumar, that can't be wrong. This can't be wrong. So to see, Jovi has said it with the American accent, and he wanted the British accent.
Okay.
Then our last line to him was, not all of us are married to the Eiffel Tower like you are. Yeah, but Kumar, you told me a line long time ago, which is quite true. You said you are a person who,
A lie.
no, a line,
Like-
a line,
A line.
a
Okay.
line that said you are the person who is loved to be hated.
I told it to you.
Yeah.
Danu Savio Danushtaninasitambi is a person that Colombo loves to hate.
There you go. That's the line. So you must.
I
be
still maintain that line.
Thanks. So you hear a lot about me, right? And what was
Yeah.
your first impression of me?
Obnoxious, stuck up, arrogant, rude, razor sharp tongue. Parts of those are true depending on the situation.
Yasmin.
Either
is
he likes
talking about
you
me?
or he hates you. A few get into the gray areas. I happen to be there. So it's,
Yasmin.
you ask me
I
a
can't
question,
believe
how do I
this.
answer?
I can't.
I know. Razor sharp, my tongue. It's just quite sinners.
Jealousy.
Jealous, I know. Yeah, I know. Have you heard things about Kumar
I'm sure she must have.
during your 8 years of silence?
Not so much negative things actually.
really?
But now some friends say, oh, like, he says he'll come at 7 o'clock, then he'll
always
turn up at 8 o'clock
Today
or
we want
something.
time.
Then they will say, oh, he thinks he's a star.
I'm
Yeah,
not. No, I
he
don't do
thinks that we have to all accept, whatever he says.
Yeah.
that.
That-
Do
like
you
your
agree to
friends.
that point? No. Do you?
No,
No.
no.
But I like your friends now, Yasmin. Let's get into a break. But I need to tell you all something. I need to speak about the books that Kumar has written and also the book that Yasmin has written, because these are about amazing people who have contributed so much to Sri Lanka right after this. Something that's remarkable is the skill, the language skill that the two of you carry, especially Kumar. Like, your words are so clear, you speak so well, and more than that, the way you
What
write.
about me?
Oh, no,
You are
two
saying
of-
only
oh, no,
Kumar?
sorry, I said the two of you, no? I said the two.
No,
I saw
you
that
said
coming, Danu.
Kumar.
But I said two of you, and later on I went to Kumar.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
okay.
definitely you are my most favorite person.
Right.
Right. Now, working with Lester James Pearce, you wrote 2 books with him, correct? 1 book. And you sat through all the movies that he did, the experience. How was it?
Lovely. As I always said, people have written about LJP for years, but he never wrote his own story.
Right.
So I sat with him for 5 years, and he related stories, the making of his 20 films, from Recover in 1956 down to Vakanda Valauva Amavarne in 2006. 50 years of filmmaking, 20 films. So he spoke, and I dictaphone, the whole thing was on record. So the book was Lester talking. He used my hand. It's all in the first person singular. So it's like a diary. Stories that you would never imagine. you saw his films, but what happened behind the scenes, no one knows. Same with Arangani Singh. Her entire life of 80
So
odd
you
years.
wanted to write about these people, and that's why you approached them.
Yes, because I had read Francois Truffaut by Alfred Hitchcock, or the other way around, I think, yeah. So where the writer does not write, the subject writes it with the hand. So it's first person, I did this, that. So it's a beautiful story. And, you know, I could actually journey with them into their lives. And if anyone writing a book of this nature, there has to be self-censorship. Certain things they said, I said, no, you better not put this word. So we cut out certain parts. You need to respect that person's privacy and suggest censorship on certain lines.
So after you write it, do you narrate the story to them or you read it out?
Large printouts, they look at it, they correct, they cut, they chop, they add to it.
Right.
So a lot of back and forth, and it took 5 years, LJP's book.
And how long did Irangani's book take?
Mrs. Sarah Singer's took, I think, about 3 years, and she lived in my house. We used to walk and this. And suddenly, I had my heart attack, and then I was out for a week. And then she just went silent. She also had got a heart attack. If we both had succumbed to our respective heart attacks, the book would never have happened.
That it was meant to be.
So story, I know, stories.
And you wrote about the Delano rolls. How many generations? 11.
They are the Delano brothers belong to the 11th. Their children, so 12th.
Right. How was that experience?
That experience was great. I mean, it all started with doing Bonsoir, because we
Right.
had to find subjects that linked Sri Lanka and France culturally.
Right.
I mean, we did everything except politics. Okay. So when I was looking for these subjects, then I found this 17th century French naval expedition to Trincomalee. So it was so interesting. Without just stopping at Bonsoir, every time I was in France, I went into the archives and the libraries and did research for 12 years, and I found some amazing stuff. And I just kept it, and then everybody said, why don't you write? I'm not a writer like him, frankly, right? So I just kept it. Then actually, thanks to my daughter, who really pushed me, and I said, you help me with it and then I'll do it. So actually I wrote it, and then it was published here, and it was even published in France, the French translation, which is a
Available
great
in French
thing.
bookstores in
Oh,
Paris.
wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
amazing.
wow,
So,
yes.
Well done. Congratulations. It's important for us to, you know, put these into print so that, you know, more people can read about it
Absolutely.
and come to know. But back in the days, for you all to do Bonsoir, there was no internet, there was nothing. You all have to search information. How?
Absolutely, by reading. I mean, I used to
Please
spend days and
He told
days
you
in
that
the
you don't do
archives.
anything.
Huh?
He said you don't do anything.
Abe,
No, the
those
fact
are
that we
lies.
spoke French. French is as good
Yeah,
as being our
that's
first language.
the other advantage.
So we had this
now this
link.
kind of research,
Yeah.
it has not been done because the historians couldn't have access. Not that they couldn't have access; they couldn't understand the manuscripts
that
in
is true.
French.
That is true.
So that was the advantage we had.
So the language skill gave us a first-hand immersion into everything French, language, culture, all that. It was easy.
And you wrote the book about Bonsoir, your experience
Yes, the
doing
Bonsoir
the show.
story, yeah. Because after we quit Bonsoir, those who came after us, they destroyed the archives.
Ayyo.
Nothing is remaining except a few programs, isn't it, Yasmin?
Yeah.
So I thought I'd write the story, the Bonsoir Diaries. And everything that, again, you know, the make-believe, all the stories we told you are in that book. It's sold out. It's all finished now.
And you said you'll bring me a
I
copy
have one
today.
for you.
And
Do
where
you
is
read,
it?
by the way?
Yes, you said you'll bring it to me on the show.
You said you don't read.
No, I said I still want it.
Ah, okay, I'll give it to you.
Where is it?
It's at home.
He told me.
I have one for you. I have one for you.
Thanks. Were you a part of
I
writing
will
the book?
also give you a copy of my book.
Thank you. All right.
2 books for you.
Yes,
Gifts from us.
Amazing.
Thank you.
I have this
Thank you.
bookshelf and it's nice.
Are they touched?
It's a nice.
Are they touched, those books?
Yeah, they're touched.
Oh, okay.
Quite touched and dusted as well.
Opened?
Sometimes. Let's get into a break. We'll see you on the other side. We have what's on their Facebook coming up and also some
Oh my God.
old vintage photographs from their time. Welcome back to the show. So I have to ask you guys something. How are you all with money?
With money.
Who is a big spender?
Cautious.
You're cautious.
Yeah, I'm also not a big spender.
Do you all believe in credit or debit cards?
Better debit actually.
Me
Better
too.
debit. Do you know every time you withdraw money, I must say a big hi to our sponsors, Lanka Pay, they're the ones who can help you withdraw from a different bank than your bank. Things have happened now. I just
Lanka Pay
want-
is good actually, yes. Lanka Pay does a very good job.
Ah,
Yeah.
You
Any
know
ATM fits any card fits any ATM anywhere. Thanks be to Lanka Pay.
said it so well.
I know them well. That's why.
And it's also done under the guidance of the central bank. All right. So we have some pictures that we really want to show you. So you know that era I told you I didn't like your look and you modernized yourself a bit later. I know this was a very
Subjective.
special day in your life.
Okay.
And this is the look I didn't like. Like you just put yourself.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Don't you agree, Yasmin?
That's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
but
You know something, that's the time I was not talking to
Yeah.
you.
That's the reason.
And when she got
Actually-
hers also, I didn't go. We did not invite each other.
No,
but we
we-
got it for bonsoir. We
Yeah.
both got this chevalier.
And
Not
y'all-
for bonsoir,
Of
it's
it-
for the contribution
Yes, it's
of
part
the
of
French
that.
language
Yes, so
and
part of bonsoir.
civilization
Right.
in Sri Lanka.
But
It's,
both of you had it different dates.
Yeah, there was a gap, but we did not invite each
Who
other.
got it first?
Me.
Yeah.
Okay. And
And
2 years
this is
later.
this look. Yeah,
Why? What's
good
wrong with
thing-
that, Yasmin?
Good thing I was not talking to
yeah,
him at that time.
you didn't miss much at all.
No,
it's
no.
nice.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I
Look at
think
him.
after Yasmin
Very
coming into your
obnoxious
life
that
again,
I mean like
yes,
a,
like,
the
judging you
specs
look.
on
yeah.
that
How the one
that's
talking?
to show yeah
Just
yeah
like
yeah
judging,
yeah like
No,
Yeah.
I liked it.
I
But
don't
see,
know.
it's amazing now. See, after Yasmin coming, you have this
Yeah.
a wholesome
yeah
look about
he's
you.
come back to what he was
Yeah.
you know that he had a period of this kind
Just,
of
I don't know,
look.
negativity.
Yeah.
Now what about her? Ah,
What's it?
the day she ate the hot vol au vent.
Oh,
and
really?
burnt
That
her
was the
tongue.
day.
Yeah, one of those days.
Yeah.
Galadari Meridian, the rooftop.
And how your moustache?
Yeah,
It was a thick one.
better than yours actually.
No, mine is. It takes years to grow.
Mine same story.
Ah, really?
Put pencil and make it look nice.
Oh,
For
right.
camera, anything goes.
Was it black and white you all did the show in? No,
No, no.
No,
It was
You all had developed
we are
into
not
color.
that old, Danu.
So this is your comeback.
Ah, yes. I love this.
That's very
This is
recent.
us.
Couple of months ago.
And
That's June.
June, 2 months ago.
And you're back in the same jacket.
Yep.
So tell me about this event.
Yasmin, talk.
That was the opening of the Alliance Française at Barnes Place. That was the Alliance Française, which the building we had lost for 10 or 12 years, but we got it back. And it was a gala opening, and we had a superb, the theme was Moulin Rouge. Do you know Moulin
Yes.
Rouge? The can-can.
Yeah.
And
Were you wearing a skirt like that? No, right?
I was wearing a skirt, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, the first one we did a couple of, many years ago when we were students at the Alliance, that was at Ward Place, I danced the can-can also.
Oh, wow.
Very agile. And thank you very much again, Hi TV, for the coverage for the Alliance Française opening, that particular event.
No worries.
Thank you, Danu, in person.
Anytime.
This is the one.
What?
This is the Moulin Rouge. We made believe, Yasmin. So
Oh
in the
yeah,
Bonsoir studio,
this,
we
look
had
at
the
this. I mean, you would think
No,
we are
yeah.
in France in a cafe.
French Embassy,
that's
Rosmead Place, Colombo
complete,
7 studio.
Oh, wow. This is a young Kumar. How old were you?
24, 25.
Yasmin gives a very... Knew him at that time.
I did,
Bonsoir.
of course, bonsoir.
Early bonsoir, very, very early bonsoir.
How the girl shots?
Tour de France in Sri Lanka. that I
Yeah,
remember.
that's what we did. Every
were out on the
presentation
roads,
we
you know.
had a something to animate it.
Right.
I mean, if it was about the Tour de France, we didn't sit in a studio and present it.
got
We were
on
on
bicycles
bicycles.
and-
Yeah. And you all went around.
Yeah.
Early bonsoir. 86, 87.
Wow.
We look good, don't we?
Yes.
Thank
Very
you.
good. The time when he was not talking to you?
Was it?
I can't
also?
remember.
Yeah,
So
this-
Leicester's book launch.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, yes.
Let's
yes,
He was not
yes.
talking because
Yeah.
that wicked
Again
look is
with
there.
the
Yeah, the wicked look is
specs on
there.
the nose. Yeah.
Danu.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
so convenient.
I think
when-
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wicked look.
We can identify that period with that.
Yeah, just and also with
specs on
that.
the nose.
Yeah. Now see this picture, the joy you have standing next to her.
Yeah, and then the specs are not on the nose.
Yeah,
and-
it's on the nose but not on the tip.
Is it?
No, it's not on the tip. It's
Yeah.
where it's supposed to be. Tell me about this day. Do you all remember this day?
Yes, we were invited to dinner once at a friend's house, Kumar De Silva, and he had some guests there. We used to shock people. So we went early, we parked in the car park, we got out, we actually stripped and wore these clothes in the car park in the
Yeah.
dark, okay, backing each other by the way.
Right.
And we walked
I didn't
in,
ask that
knocked on, no, I saw it on the face, knocked on the door and we walked in with this and they were shocked, like, you know. So, my son, Rahul and
lovely.
Nangi.
Tell something about it, will you?
So my two angels,
But actually, you look really nice in this photo.
about say 12 years ago, this was at my mother's birthday.
And how old are they now?
Rahul is 25, he's in Japan, and Nangi is 21.
and
University with me.
she travels with you
Yep.
in the car and all. So he's the man, the third man.
Chinta is
Yeah.
our left hand and right hand and all that. See
This
the
was, I
triangle.
think, one of the very first
Early ones.
early ones where we
So look
had
at the
to-
background.
Yeah.
It's
The curtain.
You frame this little thing and we are there. You can't see cupboards and books and all.
Why don't you have a photograph of me with my children and my grandchildren?
Yasmin, that's because you have not put them up on your
Facebook.
Facebook.
I don't have Facebook.
You are on Facebook.
I'm on Facebook, but I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not
We'll
active.
get a few of yours put.
Okay. Oh, that's very recently with the ambassador, where when we had a kind of a celebration of the new program Rendezvous with Yasmin and Kumar.
Ah, that's a classic one. French Embassy Garden, Yasmin, 87, 88.
His memory is really good.
We've done stuff. We just, you know. Chinta, Komi, there's the assistant Shelton.
And this is you all were taking a photograph or
Yeah,
we
for French National Day. The
He has
Boswa
put
team.
you the other way, huh?
Yeah.
And only half.
Yeah, always he jumps in
Yeah,
front
like
and
half of your face can
front
be
of
like-
the camera.
like-
always.
Yeah, Yasmin, you just turn this way. I'll just stand
Yeah.
right in front.
I got used to it.
Yeah, to do.
84. Before
What's
Boswa.
that?
1984.
What was it?
Award for Best Music Presenter of the Year for Fan Club.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't do any music programs.
94.
No,
sorry.
no, no. I didn't do. I mean, I was not. I only did this bonsoir.
Yeah, and for you, television was this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you were into presenting, and you got into media.
Began with Bonsoir. All
Okay.
the doors opened with Bonsoir.
Yasmin, it has been amazing having you on the show, and I wish your grandkids and your kids. Hi, I'm sorry I didn't have a picture to show next time. Kumar, thank you for being here. I'm so happy that you made it on the show. It's the first time I'm having you on a show. Now we can get you on more.
Yes, of course.
Yes. Thank you for being here, and yeah, that's
Our
about
great
it.
Thank
pleasure,
you
Danu.
for
Thank you so
having
much.
us, and we really enjoyed
It's
because
nice. It's nice going down memory lane.
Great, superb. Follow their journey about Bonsoir and everything. They have lots of
Rendezvous
videos.
now.
It's Rendezvous. So you can follow all what they're doing. Thank you so very much for joining us today on Date with Danu. Till we see you again, you keep smiling. It's a wrap.